Hello, my name is Ruth. I was formerly a Cubecraft content creator.
In its over 10-year history, Cubecraft never really had any major controversies. However, this all changed on the 2nd of January 2024, where a collection of disastrous actions made by its staff team would permanently change its reputation. So today we'll be taking a retrospective look at these events, and try to put together all the various viewpoints from both players and staff to try and finally make sense of what's become known as the Devilgate scandal. Now, in order to understand the situation, we actually need to go back a few days, to December 29th. It was on this day where one of their YouTube partners named Ruth would make a community post, stating his personal opinion on a recent pack released by Cubecraft, which appeared to promote themes of exorcism and binding. I was able to interview Ruth, who was able to give me his perspective.
Well, immediately I hadn't known it released because they didn't put it anywhere on the Discord or anything, so I was just checking the marketplace and I saw they'd released it and I was just like, hold up, this is a kids Minecraft server. Number one, it shouldn't be on there just because of that, because obviously they're advertising rituals and very demonic stuff on the server, and there's lots of religious people on the server, and I imagine it would probably offend them as well, including myself.
The post is met with a lot of support from both Christians, atheists, and people from other religions. The following day, a post is made on the forums by a well-known community member named Profby, who details the problems people are having with the pack, along with some simple solutions to fix it. As a response to this, a well-known admin named EFC Luke replies to this with 2 words: hell no. Now, whatever your opinions are on the Devil Pack itself, replying to a serious suggestion like this is completely unprofessional, and it appears that Cubecraft realised this, as the post was deleted within a few days. Now I, along with many others, assumed that this would be the end of the story, and that this would all blow over in a couple of days, but little did we know that this would barely be the beginning of a major controversy. Fast forward to the following day, and Riffs is greeted with a message from a staff member named Marta.
Hey Riffs, it's come to my attention recently that the behavior seen from you has been of a more toxic nature. This is not what we look for in a partner and is not ideal to see happen from a long-standing partner like yourself. Please make an effort to be respectful to other members of the community and our team at all times. If there is something you have a concern about, you're welcome to bring it to us here or discuss it publicly. However, keep in mind to do so in a constructive and respectful manner. We don't keep a scorecard for partners getting warnings or anything like that. However, because I've seen this behavior repeatedly as of late, I won't be messaging again about this issue. If we continue to see this behavior, you will be removed from the partner program. Thanks for your understanding, and enjoy the holidays.
Riffs, as any logical person would, proceeded to ask exactly what he had done.
Hey, I'm not too keen to go into the details of it personally. I'd like for us all to maintain a safe and respectful environment both publicly and when interacting with staff or the rest of the community. Make sure to keep that in mind and try avoiding any targeted and strongly negative discussions against any group or person in particular, and always remain respectful of others and their work. That's all that's needed to keep us happy and remain on board.
Now, with no reason given, he assumed that it was due to his community post, as he hadn't posted anything else that could be remotely classified as negative, and it was in that moment when Marta made an executive decision that would change everything.
The screenshotted post you made only had partial impact to it. However, as I notice your post mentions, you do not wish to be partnered with us any longer. I'm happy to make that effective for you if that's what you prefer, and we can part ways, since we're not too pleased with your behavior, and as you posted publicly, you don't want to work with us any longer. Would you like to keep the partnership for a few days, just in case you had any videos or collaborations planned, or are you happy to have it removed immediately?
And what happened next can only be described as pure chaos. Now, following Riffs' removal from the partner program, he made a video explaining his perspective. Now, I'm not going to cover that fully here, just go and watch the video, but it did publicise the strange and almost secretive reasoning the staff were using to remove him. The video was met with widespread support and led to several other notable figures speaking up for him. It should be noted that many people in support of him didn't necessarily think that the Devil Bundle itself should be removed, but were annoyed at the staff for their lack of professionalism and lack of reasoning to remove him. Following this video, an infamous call was had between several large YouTubers, and it was in this call where several of the largest ones decided to step down and have their own partnerships revoked. In fact, one of the funnier parts of this whole ordeal was the fact that on Cubecraft's official Discord server, which has over 80,000 people, they had to implement a slow mode in their general chat because of the amount of people spamming 07. Now, speaking of Cubecraft, you might be wondering what they were doing when all this was happening. Well, they were actually doing nothing. They didn't talk about it and were completely radio silent for 3 days, when finally a member of their staff team made an infamous post detailing Cubecraft's perspective. Now, I've been asked to keep the actual message itself private, as to not bring any attention to the person who shared it with me, so I'll do my best to paraphrase the statement. The main thing that came from it is we finally got a reason for Rift's removal. Kind of. Apparently Hoshi and other members of the community feedback team were being harassed by various individuals, including partners. The reason for not explaining the exact reasoning for Rift's demotion was supposedly to protect the team from receiving further harassment. Now, this excuse seems quite reasonable, but there is one thing about it which doesn't add up. Rift was never part of this team. In fact, he wasn't even aware of who Hoshi even was until this response was made.
I never knew who Hoshi was until that. I have said nothing about the admins. The only thing I've ever posted about the incident was my video and the post itself. And obviously I said in the video, like, don't send hate to anyone.
The post also implies that anyone who was criticising Cubecraft was basically just jumping on the bandwagon. They basically said that nobody has the right to be annoyed of them because they weren't demoted. This was a bit weird, as people were more than within their right to criticise Cubecraft, not just for their lack of professionalism, but also their hypocrisy. You see, a long time ago, a YouTuber named Kania64 made a video discussing if Cubecraft should add a Ramadan event, which was denied due to Cubecraft and Microsoft wanting to remain neutral on religion.
A short answer is Microsoft doesn't like religion. However, it's not just Muslims, so it's not like they're targeting Muslims, it applies to other religions such as Christianity. For example, the Jharee, who was an ex-designer for Cubecraft Games Network, said, "When I was building on the Halloween map skeleton for Block Wars Bridges, I literally could not even have the gravestones in the shape of a cross, because Microsoft would likely consider it as a religious symbol. So I had to work around it by creating a hole in the middle of the cross," which should give you a bit of an insight on how grumpy Microsoft is.
So it begs the question, how can Cubecraft make a pack based on the devil? Now, there is much more to this statement I'd love to cover, but as to not make this part last for an hour, I'll leave it at that. Now, this is basically where Cubecraft's direct involvement ends. Van Houten, one of Cubecraft's most outs, was completely network banned, along with several others, which stopped a lot of people from hearing about the issue through them. Cubecraft's response in many ways leaves more questions than answers. If Rift was targeting members of the feedback team, where is the evidence? Surely it wouldn't hurt to show Rift himself, as he still doesn't know. And if he wasn't part of the targeting, why was he removed? Also, if Cubecraft is okay with making a devil bundle, why won't they make a Ramadan or any other religious holidays their own events? I asked for people's opinions about the situation with the power of retrospect.
In my opinion, the pack itself I didn't really care about. It's just how Cube staff handled it. I think all the drama was unnecessary. Cubecraft is a company after all, and if it makes money, they're going to do it, even if people don't like it. Even though sometimes their decisions suck, they're pretty stubborn, so all the drama was kind of for nothing. I also think a lot of people dramatized it further just because they wanted attention. My opinion is how crap the Cubecraft staff team dealt with the situation. The bundle wasn't the main issue, although it is what caused it. When a partner spoke out about it, Cube seemed to make it look like their feelings got hurt, and therefore proceeded to remove them from the partner program. Before you know it, that started a chain reaction, especially when other partners spoke out about it. Another thing I found really bad was when users suggested ideas such as changing or removing the bundle, and one Cubecraft admin said hell no, which didn't look good for the staff team in any way. Still, I lost all respect for Cube after the situation, which definitely could have been handled better. Maybe Cubecraft not responding to any controversy about the bundle could have been better, rather than lashing out at partners who spoke out against it.
Now, it appears to be that more people don't necessarily care about the devil pack itself, but just have an issue with the way the staff handled everything. Now, you might be wondering how Cubecraft is now, and to be honest, not much has changed. Cubecraft didn't really care about their creators leaving, as the promotion they get from them is not nearly as big as the amount they get from Microsoft themselves. Now, to finish off this video, I asked Ruth if he had anything he wanted to say to anyone involved in the drama, and this was his response.
I'll start with the creators. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making your videos. Don't let what happened to me influence what you do. Obviously, I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure the CubeCon will keep doing great. And yeah, just keep having fun making videos. Don't let this set you back. And the admins, I guess, if they still want to, I doubt they will, but if they just want to VC and just talk about it, resolve things, obviously I'm not gonna get my rank back, and I'm probably never gonna play on the server. But yeah, I would be happy to call and sort things out, just so there's not that almost like beef between us, because I don't like just drama in general. I think it's so unnecessary. But yeah, that's all I'd say.
Of course, a huge thank you to Ruth, Blazeboy, and Sugarcat for helping me out with this video, along with the various other people who were able to provide their own opinions. With a situation like this, it is important to try and look at this with an open mind, and I really tried to make sure not to swing my bias towards one specific side. Anyway, do all the normal YouTube things, and I'll see you guys around.